Okay, so as you can see, well, you can see in a minute, if I turn around, you will see that I'm at Parliament again. Ooh, look, there it is. Hang on, I'll just give you. I can't tell what I'm doing here. Which way we're supposed to go? Oh yeah. Right. So there's the Palace of Westminster, or Houses of Parliament, in other words. All right. So anyway, like I said, I'm doing another little vlog. And I was on the march yesterday, and I've posted a couple of the videos I made of that. But today, I thought, on a similar theme, sort of like keeping the same theme going, I thought I'd just mention the fact that, like, I'm actually torn on this, to be quite honest, because the thing is that if you look, and I'll just turn the camera around so you can have a little perusal. I'll just turn the screen back round so I can see what I'm doing. Right, so you see the Palace of Westminster there, right? And obviously it's the seat of government, it's where the laws are passed and all this lot, and you see these shots quite often on the news when the news people are here. I'm actually standing on where the news camera people, they've got an outlet here, or in fact I'll just show you. Look, they've got these boxes, these electrical box things, and it's all for the you know, when the camera crews, when they're doing filming here for whatever reason, whether they're filming a politician or, you know, for news night or whatever it might be, you know what I mean? So you get a lot of camera crew people here on a fairly regular basis, actually, as it goes. So anyway, that's where I'm standing. And as I say, you know, you'll see these shots actually quite often on the news when there's anything, well, particularly going on in the political news, you know, when something's happening. Not all the time, but a lot of the times you'll see them, you know, the correspondent will be standing here and you'll see that in the background. Anyway, so, like, as I say, the thing is that, you know, this is quite an historic building, and I think, I can't remember how long ago, but recently, and I say recently, in the last 5 years or so I think it was, not sure exactly when, it all got cleaned up. You know, they cleaned the stonework and everything. There was a big, what's it about cleaning all the stonework. Well, you know, it's fair enough, you know, it made it look a bit more presentable, I guess, and I think, because I think it was all really black almost and dirt with, you know, with a good few, whatever, many years of dirt on it. Anyway, the thing is that now, the latest thing is that, now in that corner over there, I don't know if you can see it from that clearly from here because the trees are in the way. I'll zoom in a little bit, but you might be able to see that there's some, great, mine's gone blank. Scaffolding. God blimey, I swear I'm getting early onset. Right, so there's some scaffolding and sheets and stuff around around this at the back there. But anyway, I saw it online. I can't remember. Or it might have even been on the news. I can't quite remember, to be perfectly honest with you, but it's a while back anyway. But anyway, the headlines were that, like, they're going to spend. And again, don't necessarily quote me on this because I might have got this wrong, because it was a while back when I heard about this. But I think it's something like X amount of billion. Now I could be wrong. It might be million. I'm almost certain it was a billion. Like, I don't know, like a couple of billion or something. But maybe I mean, that does sound a hell of a lot. But and I might be wrong on that. But you know, it was a hell of a lot of money, let's put it that way. I mean, it was a huge amount of money, whatever, you know, that they're going to spend on refurbishing this building, because apparently, at least in certain parts, it is, you know, it's starting to crumble, it's starting to decay, and it needs major work, apparently. Because, like I say, I saw it somewhere, I can't remember where the hell I saw this now. But anyway, the thing is that, like I said, you know, they're planning on spending a hell of a lot of money on, you know, renovating it and what have you, right? Now, I'm torn about this, to be quite honest, because, you know, it seems like, yeah, they've got like X amount of flipping, whatever it is, millions or billion or whatever the hell it was, amount of money to spend on doing this thing up. But they've got no money to build social housing and house the homeless and all the rest of it, sort of thing. You know, and all the other services that they say they haven't got money for, and yet they can somehow they can find enough money to renovate the Westminster Palace of Westminster. You know, But then again, you see, now it is an historic building, and it's an amazing building to look at. There's no denying that. Do you know what I mean? It is an amazing building. You know, it's sort of, I believe it's done in the sort of Gothic style, but it was obviously built in the bit. No, actually, no. Do you know? I may as well leave that out actually, because to be perfectly honest with you, I know a little bit of the history, but I don't know a lot. So maybe I'll just shut up about that, because I'll probably get it all wrong. But anyway, whatever. The point is that you know, this is an historic building, and it's quite an amazing building, and I like old buildings, and you know, it's part of our history, and it's you know, it is an amazing building, and it would be a shame if it, you know, it had to be, I don't know, if it just fell apart or whatever, you know, it would. But then, like I said, the thing is that, you know, that amount of money to spend on it, considering that there's so many other, you know, pressing things that need doing, you know, that it's pretty incredible. You know, I'm really torn about it. I'm really torn. I mean, unless you can think of instead of spending all that money that they say you're going to spend on it, that you use that, like I say, for, you know, far more important issues like homelessness, like the housing crisis and the housing situation. You know, if you spend it on that, and then if you want to save the building, then maybe get a public fund going or something. I don't know. I mean, okay. I mean, maybe that's stretching things, but you know, you can't. I don't know if you can crowdfund for getting the money together to you know, renovate the Palace of Westminster. Probably take you a while, I guess. But who knows? You know what I mean? Unless you try, you don't know, do you? You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe there's enough people, and don't forget, we get thousands and thousands of tourists every year coming to look at this thing and take photographs of it, and all the rest of it. Who knows? You know, some of those people might come from a wealthy background themselves, whatever, blah blah blah, and they might feel passionate about it, say like, I'll donate a couple of million or whatever. You know what I mean? Okay, I know that's stretching it. I know, I understand, but you know, is there not another way of, you know, being able to use that money that they say they're going to use to renovate this thing, and then find another source, another way of generating the money to renovate it instead? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, to be quite honest. I really don't. I mean, like I say, it's a shame if it you know, fell into disrepair and all the rest of it. Of course it would. You know, it is a magnificent building. I like it. I think it's, you know, it is an interesting building to look at. You know, I'd rather look at that than a big stainless steel concrete flipping, you know, whatever, standing in front of me instead. Do you know what I mean? No, I mean, you know, it is an amazing building. There's no two ways about it. And I've been inside it. I've been inside there, and, you know, it's quite an amazing thing. It really is, and it'd be a shame to lose it. But like I say, I find it really hard to think to myself, well, all that money you're going to spend on it, and you're crying out that, oh, we haven't got enough money to house people, we haven't got enough money to build enough social housing, this, that and the other, but you can find all this money to renovate that. You know, what's more important, I wonder? They're both kind of equally, well, I don't know if equally is the right what's them, but they're both important in one way or another. But I don't know, I find it hard to reconcile myself on this one, to be quite honest. I really do. I don't know. But anyway, I'll just pan back round and you can have another look, and like, you know, I'm sure whoever watches this will probably have seen this building anyway, you know what I mean? Sure, you've passed it, seen pictures of it, whatever, but you know, like I say, in some ways it kind of seems a bit immoral that, you know, they're going to spend all that money. And like I say, I honestly can't remember now exactly the amount I've seen quoted in this headline, but it was a hell of a lot. And like I say, it is like, it's quite shocking in a way, you know what I mean? You think, what are they going to spend? And I swear to God, I could be wrong, like I say, I mean, don't quote me on it, because like I say, I can't remember, it was a while back, but, you know, I'm almost certain they quoted something like that, it's going to cost almost £1 billion to do it, you know, to do the whole thing. You know, £1 billion, bloody no, that's not pocket change, man. You know, and yet somehow, you know, they can find the money for it. I don't know. It's it just makes me wonder. It really does. It really makes me wonder, man. I don't know what the answer is. Like I say, I mean, it is an amazing building, and it'd be a shame to lose the thing. But I mean, what do you do? Like I say, surely there's another way of raising the money for it. Even £1 billion, £1 billion even. I was going to say dollars then. Even £1 billion, surely. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they can. Bloody hell! There's enough rich people in the world. Surely, we can get them to dig in their pockets and flipping bail it out. Like, you know what I mean? Why can they do it? Of course they wouldn't. Why would they? You know what I mean? But they're too damn greedy. Sorry, no, that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they all are, because I'm sure there's some people that are really rich that are not necessarily greedy. Some people may disagree with me on that. Fair enough. If you want to disagree, that's fine. But I don't think they're all necessarily horrible, greedy people, necessarily. But there's definitely some that are. There's no two ways about that one. But, you know, the thing is that it'd be nice if, you know, why don't they just get a fund going with it? You know, I guess what it is, the reason why I'm saying that is because I watch the Young Turks, like I say, and, you know, I hear constantly on there about, like, the likes of the Koch brothers that Cenk mentions. These two really, I mean, multi-billionaires, apparently, in America, you know, that raise all this amount of money for the campaigns that you do for the presidency and all that sort of thing. And I think to myself, well, you know, if you can raise that sort of money for, what's the, why can't you do, you know, well, obviously not them necessarily, because they're American and they probably wouldn't give a monkeys, but why can't we get our so-called rich, well, I don't know how many billionaires we've got actually, but whatever, you know, get them to flipping get some fund up to pay for it. Do you know what I mean? And then the public money, because it's got to be public money they're using, obviously, you know what I mean? I don't think it's just come out of a flipping trust fund somewhere or something. I'm pretty damn sure it's freaking coming out of the public purse to renovate it. And I think to myself, well, hang on, can't you use that money for housing? Like I say, that's vitally more important right at this moment. You know, social housing and housing people. Use that money for that, for crying out loud. You know? I guess ultimately, if you push me on it, I'd have to say that, no, I think morally, and I think lots of other reasons, they should use the money to fund, like I say, building housing programs and building affordable homes and stuff. That's what they should use that money for, not renovating this. As much as I think this building is an amazing building, and do you know what I mean? But ultimately, you know, people don't live in it, do they? They work in it, but, you know, and it's like, no, I think, yeah, if you push me on it, yeah, I think I'm convinced, I'm actually talking myself into this one, actually. I'm actually convincing myself, you know what, thinking about it, now that I really think about it, I think, yeah, ultimately, it's got to be, you know, if at all, I mean, obviously I've got no influence, and I can't tell them what to do, and, you know, as if they're going to listen to me, or even if we had a million of us fucking sign a petition against it, I don't think they'd listen to us. They'll do whatever they damn well please, let's face it. But, you know, the thing is that if it was up to me, then I think, yeah, if I had the final say or the final word on it, I think I'd say, right, sod that, I'm sorry, but, you know, I do love the building, I think it's quite amazing, it's a piece of history, and it'd be a shame to lose it, but, you know, I think the priority now, at the moment, has to be people and homes, simple as that. So, yeah, if you push me on it, I think that's, yeah, exactly, that's where I'd go with it. So, yeah, I've decided now, that's it. We're not going to spend that money on that. Sorry, old building, you know, as beautiful and as amazing you are, you'll have to take a back seat for now. Maybe at some point when things are a lot better and we can afford it or whatever, then we'll get you repaired. But in the meantime, you've lasted a freaking good old few hundred years so far. I'm sure you can last a few more, at least. Well, hopefully you can. But no, like I say, ultimately, I think it's a case of homes rather than flipping, you know, historical buildings, as much as I love the thing, you know, because it is an amazing building, there's no two ways about that. Right, okay, I've waffled on enough and I'm kind of repeating myself a little bit here, so I'm going to leave the vlog there for now. So, okay, well, in fact, I'm not going to leave it there, actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start walking down this way, because I'm going to start heading home. So, because I'm quite enjoying doing these things, actually. But, Do you know what? I think I'm gonna. No, actually, I'm gonna stop it there for now. Right.